you know, we saw Bridesmaids and we were like, we love the gross parts. We want it to be more like The Hangover and less like more girls we have to talk about our feelings and relationships.
Basically, we knew we wanted to produce something. We knew we needed better material than Maids of Dumb. And we had this like one really crazy night where our dynamics were just, our dynamic was just so on display. And we decided to like steal several of the moments from that night and write about them.
Yeah.
And we just had this idea where it was like, sometimes sketch comedy, it hits the same beat a little too often, but I think our generation and like how we watch content, it's like you can see a joke once and you're like, okay, that's good.
It's true. You don't watch past, 40 seconds anymore. So you're kind of like, I mean, why not capitalize on our like AD, current situation here?
And in life, like when something awkward happens to you, it doesn't happen 3 times. It's like, oops, and we're moving on.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's fair.
We're just like following. We called them Twebisodes for a while because they were like little Twitter webisodes. Not quite.
But all of them are real things. Like I even said, Lyle's like, you have to come out to New York so I can take off work and we can go out every night, because when we're together, the disasters that happen, you can't write
even
that.
when we're sober.
Yeah, that's true.
I did a couple of big network pitch meetings, like a couple generals, to pitch the Hot Mess brand. And the thing that they keep getting told in these meetings is, this content is great, but it's not network. Like a network will never buy this. It's too risque, it's too crude. It's never gonna work on TV. It's never gonna work with a network. And so that's frustrating to them because they are speaking to your everyday girl next door that makes mistakes, is a hot mess from time to time, is in that tricky transition between college and the real world and trying to find a job and being broke, and this is just real life experiences that everyone faces, and there's got to be an audience for that. People have to be able to relate to that because it is just relatable, is what it is. And so, yeah, TV might not understand it yet, but the web definitely will. And so that's where we're starting, and hopefully just go from there.
Because we're gay.
That's a great question. I think it really is. We always describe it as like yin and yang. Like everybody's always like, I can't believe Lyle and Ashley are friends. All of us separately, it doesn't really make that much sense. But when you see
she's so confident and I'm so neurotic. I need her to like pretend that I'm confident.
And I need her to like balance me out. When she moved away, I got these like boils under my skin. I was so stressed out.
The perfect example is that I started seeing a hypnotist to cure my panic attacks, and I made her go. That's how I help.
You are that. But yeah, so like we balance each other out like that. I don't know anybody else that can ground me like Lyle does and make me self-reflect. And be like, you know what, maybe that isn't a right thing to say right now.
If people in general could just get a little bit more honest about what fuck-ups they are, I think everybody would feel a lot better. Like my dad's a therapist, and he was like, I told him one time, I was like, I feel like a faker, and he was like, that's why I make so much money. And he doesn't make much money. Anyway, but, where am I going? But I don't know, I think that there's all this bullshit. We all pretend to be these like really put together people, especially women. Like you're not allowed to make dick jokes, or like boys are allowed to be fuck ups and still be successful. I feel like women have to lock it up a lot, and like that. I guess I come back to the women thing.
It really is. It is women central, and people want to be like, you put us in a box. We've heard other women's series, or like you can replace them with guys, and it's the same thing. You can't replace us with men. Like these are women's issues that you have to deal with. It's throw code.
Yeah.
It's like you can't go out, doing certain things because other, like you can't go to a job interview in like a t-shirt and jeans just to like prove your point. You gotta wear heels.
Yeah.
These are women's rules, but there's a reason why we have them.